You that have been following me know that I don't watch many videos anymore. When I first started this, I was like obsessed with watching videos on dreams and visions, because when I had my vision, I didn't know that there was a whole community of other people out there that had experienced it. So when I found it, I'm like, what? This is awesome. But when the Lord really started getting my attention, he like separated me from him. And so
in January, almost a year after, something really unique happened to me. Now before this, mind you, I never gave God a thought. Never thought about him, never asked him into my life. You know, I was young, I was 22 years old, I was doing my own thing, wanted to get married, go on. And this is just how amazing God is. I went to bed that night. Brian and I had our matching Christmas pajamas that we got for Christmas that year. And I woke up. Now, to me, this was just absolutely real. This was not a dream. This was real. This is how I felt. I woke up, and I remember sitting on the end of the bed. I was going to wake my husband up, because after that happened, I began to be afraid of the dark. And then I thought, as I looked at him, I thought, no, Ron, you're being silly. You can go to the bathroom by yourself. So I got up and I walked into the bathroom. But when I went to walk in, everything was different. And for some reason, I was afraid. But when I looked in, the whole room was clear and had this odd glow to it. And I saw my brother laying on a cot back against the wall. All of a sudden, I got so excited. I had all these questions I wanted to ask him. Where do you go when you die? Where are you at? What are you doing? So I went over and I stood by him. He had the same on. He died in a green army jacket, jeans, everything. As I stood there looking down at him, waiting for him to wake up, he suddenly reached up and he grabbed my wrist, my left wrist. And he never moved his lips, but we could speak to each other. We knew what each other's thoughts were. He looked at me and he said, Rhonda, I cannot tell you anything. You must wait. And I didn't argue. I was like, okay. So I backed up so that he would stand up. And when he stood up, I noticed that he had the pictures I'd given him. Now at his funeral, I'd put 4 pictures on his chest of us kids and a single red rose. So he stood up and pictures out of his coat of his pictures again. I started flipping through them, but I didn't recognize this last child. I got to the last picture, I kept looking at him, and I looked at him and I said, this isn't you, it isn't me, who's this baby? Now, as I told you earlier, I've been trying for 7 months to get pregnant, and I just couldn't. This baby looked really small for its age, like a preemie baby, but he was crawling. And Ted looked down at me and he just grinned. He was one of those kids that had this grin that he always gave us. And he said, you'll find out soon enough. So I was like, all right, don't think too much of it. He then grabbed my hand and walked me over to a set of steps that went to the bathroom. And he said, now I know you have a question to ask me. So
based on everything he shared in that video, I felt like I should share what the Lord gave me a few days ago, because it really goes along with what John shared, and especially what he shared about Barb, his wife, an experience she had as a teenager, visiting heaven and seeing the place the Lord was preparing for her. I will leave a link in the description box. And that promise is for every member of his body, okay? And I wanted to share something the Lord gave me a few days ago that I believe is just a confirmation of this promise. And so anyway, I hadn't slept real well the night before, so in the afternoon I went and laid down to take a nap. And I began just praying, and I was talking to the Father and just telling him how much I need his presence. And so after a little while, as I was laying there, I felt, I don't know how to describe it, it was just like electricity, high voltage electricity just all over my entire body. And in my mind, I could hear like heavenly music. And so after about 10 seconds, I found myself waking up somewhere else. I was in this beautiful large bedroom, and I began to sit up in my
Brother had mentioned that he had asked God for a specific confirmation that, you know, Jesus was coming for us soon, and he asked to be shown a purple butterfly. So I was like, oh, that's so awesome, and I wonder if God would give me, you know, a confirmation if I asked him for it. You know, so let me get more specific. And I said, show me a lamb with a blue ribbon around its neck if you're going to rapture your church soon. And I went to bed that night, and I didn't dream anything, and I was kind of like, oh, whatever, you know. I mean, I'm not trying to, like, challenge the Lord. I was just kind of more like, you know, I'm so excited as it is, and I don't have to have that, God. And I look down, and like a couple seconds later on this little video, I see a lamb with a blue ribbon around its neck. And I was just like, God, you are so awesome. I can't believe you showed me that in that way. Like, I never show him videos ever on my phone like that.
The world leaders are going to come out. They're going to use forms of deception, whether it was UFO abduction or whatever the snare is. Okay, there's going to be.
We're going to fight around each, and it'd be the same for all of the God-fearing believers who watch this video. But I want you guys to know that this is real, and everything that I've learned from the beginning has come full circle. And that between 19, 20, and 21, we are going home. And that will begin the 3 days of darkness. And on the 24th, people are going to see at least Jupiter in the sky. Okay? So I will be back soon. Please pray for me. I love you guys. No matter what. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Please skip the lecture about me being in the car. Okay? I'm 33 years old, and I know everything that you have to say already, so skip it. Guys, this is so cool. I mean, how often do you see two signs right before your eyes? And you can see that they have it like heavily clouded, which is. This is another picture that was on WSO. You can see the chemtrails, okay, and that orb. And I do believe it looks just like that, which is Jupiter. But anyway, that's enough of that. I made a whole video about it. I just think that we are at the time that we've been waiting for.
We experience the new Genesis in order to experience the revelation of Jesus Christ and be with him at the apocalypse and not be stuck at the end of the world here when you're under the rule of Antichrist. Jesus is the answer. Jesus is the solution. Jesus is the key to the prison cell that frees you and gets you out of this place. And it's time to get out. All of us are in here, and we don't want to be in here anymore. That's why we want to leave, because we see who rules the world. And we know we've been hard-pressed on every side. I've had the craziest, strangest life that's happened ever since 2011. It's been the greatest of all things to have Jesus and understand that he showed me all the, I mean, I could list all the stuff.
Oversided aliens or beliefs aliens, because all they are demons. Okay, that's what they are demons, or fallen angels. So this could be symbolic. These spaceships could either be symbolic of the fallen angels finally coming to Earth, or they can indeed come looking like spaceships. They could be either symbolism in my dream, and they were really fallen angels just to look like spaceships in my dream, or they can indeed come to Earth in spaceships to really, I just don't know when that would happen. Some people think it was at Revelation 12 when their war breaks out in heaven. So the only thing is that I was thinking we would be raptured before then. But
it's time to make this video about Alan Horvath. I have heard many, many things. I have watched several of his videos.
To that, I saw a video today that Melissa Midnight Hour Oil had put out, and she gave a link to this dream an 8-year-old boy had. The rapture was this Sunday on Resurrection.
And I pull out 11. Now, I seem to remember Barry Scarborough, Melissa with Midnight Hour Oil, maybe even Rhonda Empson. I think Satoshi on the Cross. There were multiple channels. I believe it was the end of last year talking about the e-tron.